Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel where I am your girl, the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibes. Hey! If you have never seen me before, I am your girl, the Hyphy healer, your favorite vibe dealer. And around here in East Oakland, I sling tarot cards and I be all in y'all business. I deliver it with Kiki and Joyce in my heart and I cuss a lot. But if this feels like it's something that you're interested in, then bitch, stick around. If you're returning Aries, what's up, what's good, what's poppin'? I see you back for the bullshit and shenanigans. What's up? Let's get into the tarot because, bitch, I know that's why you here. Aries, 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 Aries. This is for a group of Aries, baby. Are in the midst or are getting ready to come to have your come to Jesus moment. Maybe you finna have your heart in your hand, asking Jesus why, what, who, where, and all the things. Okay, I feel like if you're not doing this, be prepared. This is just a warning. This is just a warning. It ain't for everybody, okay? And I don't know if you've already done this already. If you've done this, let a nigga know. You know I like to know. I'm a nosy bitch. So with that being said, have had a come to Jesus moment, okay? Some things have happened in your past, and like, if you've been through some things, it's one thing to be through some things. It's a whole nother thing to have a come to Jesus moment. Ask me how I know. Okay? So you are definitely having a come to Jesus moment. I believe that this is because somebody did you wrong. Okay? I don't know if this is a work relationship, a friendship. I kind of feel like this is a friendship. I'm even getting maybe same sex energy. But with that being said, there was a situation in the past that made you feel unstable, that made you feel less than, gave you self-esteem issues, maybe picked at your self-esteem, maybe you weren't allowed to focus on yourself. You were in that dynamic. Again, I don't know if this is a relationship, a friendship, a business. And I say a business because whatever this was for you, you lost a lot of money. Okay? It affected your self-esteem. And I don't know if you've ever seen my tarot readings before, but baby, let me tell you now, self-esteem and money, they clink clink, they locked in. Okay, so if you don't feel good about yourself, there's no way you're going to attract a lot of coin, money, things like that. All right, so I would not be surprised if this was a friendship that maybe you guys open a business together. It could be a relationship where you guys open a business together, you started something together, you started an endeavor together, you start a work project together, and you went in with it with good high hopes and it didn't happen. Okay, because again, I don't know. I'm Aries, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little biased, so I would like to think that this wasn't you. But I also know how we be with that bullshit, especially for the lower Aries. And so if this is you, cause somebody stole some money. Somebody not only somebody stole some coin. Baby, the money was gone. Okay, by the time you looked up or whoever looked up, the money was gone. This person was gone and the money was gone. Okay, so if again, that's why I'm getting like maybe this is a work relationship. Again, friendship too. There's like double relationship things going on. And maybe you guys were in a relationship or whatever, and y'all decided to open a business, but the money was gone. I don't know if they stole it or they just didn't manage it correctly. But the money is definitely gone. Let me show you, because I know how y'all like to tussle in these social media streets, baby, and I'm not the one. I'll catch you outside, okay? So let me show you. Let me just show you real quick. You see the money gone? Are we seeing it? All gone. Okay, now. I'm just trying to tell somebody you ain't got to listen. And again, with the money, they were siphoning your money and they were siphoning your not intuition, but self-worth, right? So this affected not only your money, your relationship, and your self-worth. And so I can see why you came to God. There's something to for somebody. It's four, okay? Four. They show me three times. They show me four three times. So 444. That's for somebody. I'm gonna throw it. You gonna catch it. Also too, you were not listening to your intuition. I also believe that you maybe were just too wrapped up in the 3D relationship. You were too wrapped up in the friendship. You were too wrapped up in the business that you weren't really using your intuition to peep game on the bullshit. And I see why you had to have a come to Jesus moment, because, baby, not the business, the relationship, the money, the self-worth, everything gone like that? Hell no. Let me pull some more cards, because that's that bullshit I'm talking about, okay? That's that bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so look. The other person could be more money focused, more business savvy, or they could have presented themselves off as more business savvy. They're definitely more 3D, more stubborn, more focused on the coin. They definitely is more focused on the coin, baby. Just more 3D centered. Could even be more grounded, more of a logical person. Yes. Okay. So, the other person, I feel like they was just focused on the money. They were focused on the coin. They were focused on the time. They were focused on the work. They were focused on the 3D thing. And maybe that was you, right? Maybe that was you. Just focus on the job, just trying to put your head down and trying to be focused on the business. And you wasn't paying attention that this person was sneaking away with some shit. They was sneaking away. They was running away. They was plotting and they was planning on what they was going to take from you. A lot of money. But again, self-worth, energy, time, resources, they knew. They came to you. They was really slow about putting in work, like actually working. And so again, this person is just really like, I would not be surprised if they're an earth sign. No shade, earth signs. No shade. I don't know what I'm doing. But I feel like there's something about their energy gives me slow, sneaky, methodical, very strategic. Because I feel like they came towards you like offering you something. I don't know if it was an idea or a prospect of something, but they were really slow coming towards you. Okay, and they wasn't honest. There's something about them not being honest, something about them not being straightforward, something about that. And you just got caught. You got the wool put over your eyes, basically. Long story short, short story long. I feel like you had the wool pulled over your eyes because, again, either you were too focused on the business, you were too focused on the relationship, you was too focused on something else, but they did like a trick of the hand, right? Like, the card games or the shell games where you got to find where they put the peanut or whatever. It was like that. They definitely did some shell game bullshit on you, okay? And my apologies. If you are somebody who has a sun, now this is where it gets a little more specific. This is where you got to use your discernment, baby. This is definitely where you got to use your discernment. Spirit is talking to you about your sun, okay? So if the rest of this resonates with you, and then the sun thing resonates with you, and you have a sun, Spirit just wants you to know that your sun is being watched over as you do your thing. He is protected as he explores the world, okay? So please understand that they are not being as heavily affected by this as you think, right? So you may not be having no money. You be like, oh, my son's gonna be homeless, and this baby over here thinking like we having a great old time. This is like a campfire, okay? Baby boy ain't worried about it. If you are somebody who does not have a son, what this is speaking to is to your inner child, your inner masculine child, okay? And they want you to know that it's being healed. Don't worry, we got you. Your ego, your all of the things that masculinity governs. It's going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Relax. You're okay. Spirit also needs for you to co-create with them and admit your feelings to them. Why? So you can get an energetic alignment so they can bring you what you want. Okay? I would not be surprised if this happened in summer. If it hasn't happened in summer, maybe it's going to happen. I don't know where you are, but I am in sunny California, and it's summertime. It's going to be summertime. So it's not far off. I believe that you may not even know this is going to happen. I truly believe. So if you're watching this beforehand, I apologize. Hopefully you're catching this on the tail end of whatever you're going through. So that way this makes more sense and you can be in co-creating space. Let me grab, your children. Yeah, for whoever this is, you have children, okay? Double on the emphasis on the children. Spirit wants you to know that you, especially if you're a boy or a girl, that your children are being watched over. You are a master manifester, so you created this. And again, your energy is going to have to be in alignment to manifest whatever it is you want, because you're definitely a master manifester. And so what Spirit wants you to do is they need you Be honest with yourself so that way you can change it. Okay, Aries? All right. Ciao.